Well, there's been a pretty big shakeup with the Blue Jays pitching staff, and things are not going to look the same moving forward, as there's going to be a lot of moving pieces in the next couple of weeks. So, what happened today? Well, you can see here from the Toronto Blue Jays Twitter account, Paxton Schultz recalled from AAA and will be active tonight. Left-handed pitcher Justin Bruihl was selected to the Major League roster and will be active tonight. Right-handed pitcher Erik Swanson DFA'd. Right-handed pitcher Bowden Francis placed on 15-day injured list. Right shoulder impingement. So, the sad one there is Erik Swanson. Obviously, we acquired him for Teoscar Hernandez, plus Adam Macko we got in that trade as well. He was really good for us in 2023. He was injured. He had his son's problems in 2024. Won't really hold the start of that season against him, but he was garbage pitching-wise the start when he came back from the injury last year, and then finished the year really strong. Had a 2-month stint there at the end of the year where he had about like a 1 or a 1.5 ERA. Was really good for his last 12 outings or so. And then this year, injured again in spring training, got off to a bad start, and just has not found it. And he's been getting absolutely pummeled. As you can see here, I'll bring up his stats real quick just on the year. A negative .5 WAR. He is 1-0, but a 15.2 ERA in 6 games, 5 1/3 innings, 3 strikeouts. Wasn't missing bats. He was walking guys, letting up a lot of contact. He had lost a couple miles an hour on his fastball through the injuries. And that is a big difference for a guy like him. When he's hitting 95 with his fastball and then plays a splitter off of it, there's a big difference there. His splitter hadn't been as sharp, and he was only hitting maybe 91, 92 in a lot of his outings. So, yeah, just didn't really have the stuff to play up anymore. Now, hopefully for his sake, he gets picked up somewhere, gets some time to work through these injuries, and actually get back throwing for a little while. It's tough to really fall into a groove as a pitcher, especially a relief pitcher, where you're just not getting long enough to work on things, and you're getting injured every spring training, every year. So hopefully for him, he can go somewhere, lock in for 12 months, be healthy, throw, have something to build upon, and he can get back to where he was in 2023, whether that's in our minor leagues or elsewhere. And this shows the Blue Jays aren't really messing around. We are definitely quicker to make decisions this year than we have been in the past, and I think that shows the urgency in the front office for having to make a run for it this year. What we're getting back in here, I'll pop this back up. In Schultz, we've all seen him already. He's a solid pitcher. He's probably not the highest end or the highest upside of the guys that, we have down in the minors, but we've already seen him. He's already made his big league debut. He already looked really good for us in quite a few outings. We knew he would be back when he got sent down a couple of weeks ago. Bruihl, do not expect much out of him. He has never been good. He's, I think at best he's around a 4 or 5 ERA pitcher, but he is lefty. Maybe, Pete Walker's been a bit of a whisperer with some of these lefties. You see what he's done with Fluharty. You see what he's done with Brendan Little. So if there is something in him as a lefty that they like, or that Pete Walker has identified that he likes, you never know there. He may be able to find another gear out of him. Obviously J Happ, Kikuchi, Robbie Ray, all these lefties over the years, he's been able to do wonders with. So he might be able to tweak something, emphasize one pitch for him, and get some productive outs out of him. But most likely, he's just going to fill in, kill some innings, and then maybe be used in a mop-up or something like that, and then he'll also be sent packing, I would have to believe is the likely outcome. And it's opening up the door to kind of keep this revolving door going. We're going to get Scherzer back soon. We're going to get Jimmy back soon. We're going to get Sandlin back soon. So provided we have any amount of health with the existing guys, there's going to be more and more shakeups. Like I say, Bruihl could be gone. Fisher could go back down. Schultz could go back down in the future. Chad Green is another DFA candidate since they're showing the willingness to do that. I know he's on the big $10 million deal, but we're already halfway, or not halfway, but we're midway through the year, so that number continues to drop. And if he doesn't get things turned around real soon, he'll be another guy that goes. Plus, we've got some guys in the minor leagues there. Manoah will be coming back. He'll be doing some rehab assignment in the next couple of months. And as I mentioned, Scherzer. As I've mentioned in the past, we've had Yasavage coming up to Double-A. So there are options, and they're putting some of these bullpen guys on notice that if you're not going to perform, there is not going to be a place for you any longer. So interesting stuff. And also on the Bowden Francis front, I don't know if that's a real injury or not, or just a, hey, go clear your head and work on some stuff on the side. Either way, I think that's a blessing. He needed a break one way or another. Hopefully it's not a serious injury. But he's a guy that has to go work on some stuff on the side, clear his head, take a breather, maybe make a rehab start or two down in the minors just to build some confidence, and then hopefully, wait and see. Maybe we can get something out of him as the season goes on, kind of how we did last year. But that's where I'll leave off for today. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Big shakeup in the bullpen, more moves to come. Are you liking the moves? Are you liking how aggressive the front office is being? Drop a comment below, all right? We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.